Today's story starts back in the late 90s. It is 1980s with a man named Herbert Walker. Walker is a financial advisor, a respectable person in the community. Walker is someone who people around him look up to. Friends and family respect him a lot. People go to him for financial assistance because, of course, that's his line of work. This man is a wealthy man. He's rich, famous, goes on a vacation, rides luxurious car. He has a family as well, kids and wife. But this financial advisor job, it's a Ponzi scheme. It's a scam. It's fake. It's not really a financial advisor. What he do is tell people that he can do this, take their money and just spend their money on luxurious things, buy luxurious car, own houses, build houses, buy stuffs for girlfriends, wife, and children. Friends and people around him trusted him so much that they just bring their money and trust him with the money. People life savings, pensions, people money, generational wealth, money that people have worked for all their life. They trusted it with Walker because he's a financial advisor. He's going to teach them or tell them how to make proper use of their money. But instead of Walker to help people with financial advices, he just take advantage of them. Evil people, investors that invest the money in his business, he took the money and just go spend the money the way he loves. He's not worried about the fact that people can find out about the scam very soon. Then a financial crisis happened that affected every business out there, and investors panicked. They called Walker and tried to know if their money is safe with him, but immediately Walker received all of these calls. Instead of him to come forward and return people's money, he fled Canada. At the time, he has embezzled about $3.2 million. Of course, he's not going to get it back, and there is no way he's going to give them. He spent their money. So he thought to himself, what's the best way to avoid prosecution? Because, of course, he don't want to be arrested and he definitely don't want to go to prison. He's a smart guy, right? And he has money. Instead of him to let go of the remaining money and go to prison, he would rather flee the country and go start his life somewhere else. So he just packed the money that is left from the scam that he did, obviously, and he fled the country. Meanwhile, he didn't leave the country alone. He just decided that it would be fun to take one of his child with him. So he took one of his daughter with him and they fled the country. When Albert's wife found out, she called the police. He's now a wanted man in Canada. People are looking for him. He embezzled money. He took advantage of people. He scammed a lot of people, ran away with people's money. So obviously, people are looking for him. Herbert left Canada and came to England. While in England, he settled down pretty well, settled down in a small town. He's living his life. But he's very aware that he's wanted in Canada, right? And he don't want to be in the faces of people. He's not sure if anybody know him or anybody will report him to the authorities, so he is trying to lay low. And meanwhile, his daughter that he took with him, he don't want people to be suspicious of him traveling with a 15-year-old daughter, so he just tell people that this is his wife. And honestly, I don't know how people believe him, because that is a 15-year-old girl. There is no way a 40-something-year-old man would tell you this is my wife, and you look at the wife looking all young and you believe that, okay, that's fine. I mean, it's the late 80s, things are still put together unlike now. So people just believe him, go ahead and lie his way to people and start a new business in England, now as a real estate agent and a bit of a financial advisor, because I guess he knows how to work his way to convince people to come invest in his business. While staying in England, he met this lady, Ellen, and her husband, Ronald Platt. These two have been planning to leave England to Canada, but I guess there's not enough money for them to leave, or they were just not already enough. So one afternoon, Albert was in a artwork. He went for an art auction and he met Ellen and they became friends. He even employed Ellen and her husband for a short period of time, and they were earning good money because obviously he had a business that is booming and is making money already. And in the process of getting to know this couple, he found that they really want to leave England and go to Canada. And this thought just came to him like, okay, since he's trying to look for a new identity, why don't he convince this couple to go to Canada so he can get his identity for him and his daughter? So he tried everything he can to convince this couple, and for some reason this couple are just like rethinking their decisions until one afternoon, Walker thought to himself that he need a new identity as soon as possible. It's been a while, the police are on his neck. If you don't get new identity, they are obviously going to get him arrested. So he bought a one-way ticket for both couples and convinced them to go back to Canada to go start up their life, and even offer to give them money. This couple agreed and they fled to Canada. About a month or 2 months, Eliane was the first person to come back. While he convinced the couple to stay away, he immediately started using Ronald's name, unknown to this couple. But a few months later, Ronald also came back to England. When Albert heard, he was so pissed and he don't know what to do. So he thought to himself, he's already using Ronald's name. If Ronald gets to find out that he's using his name, he could report him to the authorities, and he obviously don't want to go to prison, and he still loves his life enough not to be responsible for his previous actions. So he thought to himself like the best way to do all of this is to kill Ronald. He invited Ronald to a boat cruise outing situation one afternoon, and while they were on the boat, he killed Ronald and tossed his body into the ocean. Then he just go about his day living as Ronald Platt. Like, everybody in the community already know him as Ronald. So if you tell people that, oh, that's not Ronald, they're not going to believe you because nobody knows the original Ronald, right? One time in 1996, a fisherman at the coast of England was just fishing like every other normal day, and what he saw was disturbing. He saw a body rolled up in chain floating on the surface of the water. Then he moved closer and saw that this is a dead body. He alerted the authorities and immediately investigation started. On the body is a Rolex watch, and to every Rolex watch there's always like a serial number that could track you back to the buyer. And they did this, and the name on the buyer's list is Ronald Platt, but someone is already Ronald when they checked up the name, and a lot of things are not just coming together. So the police decided to carry out more investigation and know who this dead Ronald is and who that living Ronald is. Eventually they found out that Walker is the Ronald, and in 1996, in the late 1996, he was arrested. While they arrested him, all of the previous crime that he had done came to light. He was charged for first-degree murder for the death of Ronald Platt, and he was charged for scam and Ponzi scheme that he ran on people. And I am very sure in England he ran some scam on people, but obviously that was not what he was arrested for. He was found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment. Till date, he's still in the prison, obviously serving his sentence. And that is the end of the crime story today. I hope you enjoy it. I will see you in my next episode. Bye.